You know what she said?
It's mad.
Seeing her now married, I see that he's been able to provide her with a level of happiness that I never would have.
Do you get what I
I
mean?
know that my child gets to see.
No, I'm saying that it's funny.
So okay, let me talk about the comment. So you know the comment where you're saying a lot of single dads. Which comment was it? A lot of single dads have the fear of other men being around their children. Someone commented saying, "I think it's not just a fear; it is the protective nature in a man. You don't know how the other man will treat your kids."
But then you find out, like, as in, this is the problem. Like,
Wait, should we start recording?
Yeah, start recording.
no, he was recording.
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
that's
okay.
what. Like, to me, if a man is going to be around your child, get to know that man. Like, for me, rather than that resistance straight away, like, no, I'm not having any man around my child. You can't control that. Well, that you can fight that battle till you're 80.
Yeah.
Like, to me, when my children's mums got with partners, I wanted to meet the partner. It's just I didn't want to meet them straight away. Does that make sense? Once I knew they're going to be around my child, I want to know that person because I want to figure out what type of person they are.
Yeah.
Like, that to me is vital. Why would you not? Like, you can't be fearful of it. Just do your research into the man.
But that's for me. This reminds me of like being young, like. So for me, that's like thinking like a little boy. So you know, if your parents break up, then your mum gets a new boyfriend, your new partner. Oh, what? I don't want him around my mum. This and that. Blah blah. No, my mum can't be with anyone else.
He's not my dad.
But yeah, but then when you get older, you clock, and you get more mature. You look at, oh, this guy's not bad. Yeah, he's cool. Like, you get on, because now you're thinking in a mature way. So men that are thinking like that, I just feel like they just have growing to do. That's it.
But you know, I said this the other day. I said, like, just because you're of a certain age doesn't mean you're an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
yeah.
I think it's like fatherhood as well. Like, just because you've had a baby doesn't make you a father. Just because you're 20 now doesn't make you an adult. Like, to me, those things are determined based on your mindset, how you behave. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I know 25-year-olds that behave more grown than 40-year-olds. Do you know what I mean? But what, they're both adults. I feel like it's mindset. A lot of people need to change the way they're thinking.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not healthy as well.
It's not at all, bro.
And I think it's purely the ego. The ego's getting involved. So I think essentially a lot of men have to grow up.
You know what it is as well? I feel like a lot of men are concerned with, how does this make me look?
Yeah, ego.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
oh, look, another man with my child, how does that make me look? Like, and sometimes it makes men have to step up now. Because if you're a deadbeat and now a man's around your child and he's a good man, like, because let's be honest, if a man gets with a woman who has kids, those kids should be taken on as well. Yeah? So now that man is helping raise your kids, you can't afford to be as dead as you was, because now you're going to look, there's someone to compare you to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The child can look and be like, Stephen does all of this stuff and dad's never about.
Yeah.
Whereas before, the kid had nothing to compare it to.
That's true. I don't know, but with that, yeah, I think that might even go over like some kids. No, would it go over their heads? Not really, innit? Because if you're doing more, then, so say for example, like I then get with someone, and then I'm doing more for them than their dad does.
Yeah.
That probably wouldn't go over their heads, innit? They'll notice that.
They'll notice that.
Yeah.
Like, why doesn't dad do this? Do you know what I mean? Like, why doesn't daddy take us? I'd love to do this with dad, but dad doesn't. Do you know what I mean? Like.
But then for the dad to then start acting that way, as in like stepping up, is that even sustainable for him?
I'm not saying he would sustain it, but I'm saying a lot of men, like we said, because of the ego, he may be like, you know what? Now I need to.
Right.
Like, now.
But that's poor though.
It's poor
it's
because
innit?
you waited for another man to come in place to then try and play hero when
For
you
your
should
own
have been
kids.
doing that the whole time. But because you thought she's not going nowhere, yeah, like once the mum moves somewhere, you're then like, oh, you become reactional.
But then would you say that he cared more about the mum than the kids?
I think he cares more about how he looks.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? That's ego. He cares more about how he looks. How does this make me look? Yeah, I can't have another man doing better than me, doing more than me. You should have been stepping up from the get-go.
Yeah, no, for real. That's too common as well these days.
Too common.
That was spot on, man.